Go. Hey, this is Matt, Rebel Zero here with BL Gaming. We're at PAX 2012. With me here, I have Morello, lead champion designer for Riot Gaming, League of Legends.
Hi.
Hi. We're going to do a quick Q&A with him, some design questions since he is the lead champion designer. So first thing, if you can ask the lead champion designer, what's coming up next?
Well, we're showing off what's coming up next with Hecarim and Varus here. Just to give you a quick overview of those, Hecarim is kind of a man-horse Death Knight fusion fighter, and his big thing is he's supposed to play like a cavalry character or a knight, where he lowers his lance, charges up, gets the big speeds, and crashes through front lines. Big initiations, big impacts, and then kind of follows up with some ride-by attacking and things like that. Varus is a new range DPS that kind of is our kind of tortured dark hero. Kind of think the Crow is a really good reference here if you kind of want to get a good understanding of him. And he has a lot of mechanics, but the one I really like to talk about is his Q, which is a skill that the longer you can charge up his bow and the longer you charge it up, the more damage and the further it shoots. And then the rest of his kit's kind of built around this core gameplay of building up this bow and trying to get big hits, kind of big snipes, over the wall hits, and kind of epic kills like that, along with being an otherwise competitive range DPS character.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So coming up, we have these two great champions. How do you go about the beginning part of balancing for a new champion? Since you're going to bring in all new skills, do you have an idea of what you want it to be in the end and then build it up to that, or does it go in a different way?
It's pretty hairy generally. It's we're working pretty fast, so we have a lot to do. But one of the things we typically do is we try to we have the live team involved with the champion, which is kind of a separate arm of the design team, and they get involved early, look at the core mechanics, and go, are any of these going to break the game or ruin this character archetype or make this unbalanceable? We've done a much better job of this lately. I think you really see this in Ziggs, Nautilus, Fiora. I think a fantastic job done by the live team there. But we also we do that, and once the mechanics are like, these are okay mechanics to go with, then the champion design team goes and iterates and keeps trying to make it more fun and more fun. And then at the end, the live team jumps in and helps with numbers balance, tweaking and tuning compared to other people of the type, other skills that are similar, things like that.
Great. With the champion design, things aren't balanced around Dominion right now. New champions seem to be better at it than old ones. Does Dominion factor into any of your design decisions when you're creating it, or not at all?
It does a little bit. It's harder right now because I think the one-on-one kind of prevalence of Dominion is something that's creating some champions are better at one-on-one, and then those champions tend to be better at Dominion, right? Dominion has a couple of things that's holding it back from being as well-balanced as we'd like, and a couple of design flaws that are making it so it just can't reach that kind of same level of fidelity of balanced, good play, regardless of the champion side. And we're going through and we're going to start working on those things, and we're messing with some things now, but I'm not ready to talk about any details yet.
Great. That sounds great. That sounds great. It's Morello, Riot Games, and we took him away from the IPL thing, but yeah, it is great to see you. Did you want to add anything else for our fans that love you?
Well, there's not many of those because I'm main design tank. It's their job to hate me, and if you're not hating me, I'm doing it wrong. No, the big thing is we're always looking at trying to make the game better. It's just, this sounds really obvious, but our core goal is to make the game better for players. We're not interested in these clever designs or things that show you how smart we are, things like that. I don't care about that stuff. I care about League of Legends is awesome, League of Legends is fun, League of Legends is balanced, and balance means variety and options to make a more diverse and fresh game experience each time. The more champions that are viable, the more diverse the experience and the more fun people have.
Great. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Yes. Morello, Riot Games.